All right, guys, your host here, Gunner, and we got another episode and video of Views from the Stands. Before we get into it, as always, guys, appreciate your support um, and being along this journey as we continue to drop content for you guys. But if you please haven't yet, go subscribe to the channel. It will mean a lot to myself. And don't be afraid to share. Let your friends, your girlfriends, your moms, your dads know about this channel. But again, regardless, appreciate what you guys have been doing so far. So let's get into it, guys. So today we're gonna be NFL free agency frenzy, and so we got updates, we got a lot going on. So we're gonna start off with the big guy. Russell Wilson is a Pittsburgh Steeler, guys. He is going to be getting paid 1.2 million. It's going to be on the books for the Steelers. While the Broncos pay him 38 million. And so, as a Steelers fan, and that's obviously where we're starting off this one first. I like it. I love it. Honestly, I think he's going to fit well in an Arthur Smith offense. Arthur loves to run the ball. He plays well off the play action. Russell does, and so we have weapons. We got George. We got Deontay Johnson if he wants to stay. We got Fryermuth. We got Naj. We got Jalen Warren. I mean, we got guys on the offense. We just need a reliable and capable quarterback that can throw them the ball, not turn the ball over, and move the ball. So, I mean, this is a win-win situation. If somehow it does not work out, right, we still have Kenny if he's still on the team because there's been some rumblings about that. But we just move on next year, right? It's a 1-year deal. People think this puts the Steelers back gears. I disagree. People are also saying about wasting a first round pick on Kenny Pickett. I understand, but at the same time, I mean, it's pretty much been 2 years, I'd say, that we've seen Kenny, and I'm definitely on the worried side now. There was a lot of confidence that I had in him and what he was doing in the offseason and just what I've been hearing, but it's not happening on the field. So we got to move on, and we got to find somebody like Russell Wilson to make some moves. So we will see what happens, during the season and as we get closer on the impact. But I do think this is a nice impact. Next guy we're going to talk about here is Baker Mayfield, guys. Just wanted to kind of check. Sorry about that. Baker Mayfield. He is staying with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he gets a $100 million contract, 50 of that guaranteed. Pretty much I felt this was going to happen after the Mike Evans re-signing. I think that was kind of Baker's thing is, if Mike stays, then I'm going to stay. If Mike goes, then he's going to, do his own thing. And so that's what happened. And Baker stays in Tampa. So he deserves it, and excited to see how he can do, after this past year. Next guy we got here is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. He gets a 4-year contract, 180 million, but basically 100 of that is guaranteed. His agent is insane. I mean, dude's a legend in the sport. It seems like. So yeah, Falcons finally get a quarterback that can move the ball, give Drake London, Bijan Robinson, and Kyle Pitts, the ball, right? So hopefully he is looking healthy. He is staying healthy, and then we'll be good. So I know Atlanta fans are happy. It's just maybe they're not so happy in terms of the contract. Next guy we're going to talk about here is Christian Wilkins, guys. This man leaves Miami, unfortunately, and he's got $85 million guaranteed. And so he is a Oakland Raider, man. This defense gets even better. He's got Max Crosby now. So him and Max Crosby are going to do some wild things. So um, excited to see what happens. Um, Next guy we got here, Saquon Barkley. So it's about 26 million guaranteed in the contract. I believe it's 3-4 years, and he goes to the Eagles, guys. I mean, this is in division rival, and the Eagles just load up on the offense, right? You got Devontae Smith, Saquon, Jalen, AJ Brown. I mean, this is some crazy stuff, and obviously they had DeAndre Swift, but Saquon's pretty special. But he goes back home. He had played high school in Pennsylvania. Went to Penn State for college. So, he's going back home basically. Oops. Sorry about that. Next guy we're going to talk about here, and this is a shocker to me, one of the big ones. Josh Jacobs going to the Green Bay Packers. Did not see the Green Bay Packers being with him. I mean, they were in the market for a running back because they are not going to be resigning A.J. Dillon. But given that they even released Aaron Jones after this signing is just even mind blowing to me more. I'm hearing about 4 years, 48 million. Excuse me, Jesus. But I'm hearing less than around 20 million guaranteed. So it sounds like a very team friendly deal. From my guys from Cheesehead Chat have been saying so. Uh, big move in the free agency market. And another one for the Packers in the Cheesehead Chatter is Xavier McKinney, safety from the Giants. He's going to the Packers, guys. 4 years, 68 million. Not exactly sure on the guarantees, but this dude is a stud at that position, and that's basically their issue with the Packers. I've always been is the safety position. Oops. Next guy we're going to talk about here is Austin Eckler. This one's definitely a shock in my opinion. Didn't expect the Commanders and him to kind of to be it, but Austin Eckler, 2 years, 11 million. To me, kind of might sound like a 1 year contract. But he goes to a team that needs offense, needs weapons. They have Brian Robinson, so I'm interested to see what that's going to look like. I think you can just use this man in the passing downs, and do some checks. So interested to see what transpires in the offense. Big guy here as well, DeAndre Swift. Um, Given that they were not going to rework a deal with the Eagles, right? They were going to move on, so he goes to the Bears. Excuse me, 14 million guaranteed, 3 year contract, and Bears get a weapon for the future. And another running back, and pretty much is a big running back day, I would say, the market. Tony Pollard, he's going to the Tennessee Titans. Similar deal to DeAndre Swift. I think this is a good spot for him. They got him and Spears, the running back. So I think that'll be a crazy combination for Tennessee. Then we got a trade here during free agency, guys, and so Brian Burns gets traded to the Giants for a second and a fifth. Essentially, it's not the exact picks, but basically the picks that Giants got from Seattle when trading Leonard Williams are essentially the same picks that they're trading for this trade. It's pretty crazy. Panthers, they declined. I think it was like 2 firsts and a second from the Rams during the trade deadline. So just you see the value obviously has decreased a lot. And Burns gets paid. I believe it's 5 years, 150. Couldn't get the full details, but that's kind of what I'm hearing. I mean, he deserves it. So I mean, that defense gets even better on that Giants team. But definitely just a shocker that this really did happen. And then the last thing I want to talk about is T. Higgins. So T. Higgins has officially requested a trade. They were unable to get an extension pretty much since last year. The Bengals did put a tag on him, so we'll see. If the Bengals grant the permission and they'll be able to do it. trade on their own. So there's going to be a lot of suitors. Tennessee's a suitor. Houston's a suitor. Um, I mean, those are just two that are really thinking in my mind. But I mean, Patriots need one, right? Patriots need a guy. Uh, so from a Steelers perspective, it's would be nice to see Diggins go away from the Bagels. Get them a little less talent, even though I'm sure they'll replace him. But crazy day in the free agency frenzy day, guys. First day. It was definitely a doozy in the frenzy. Let me know in the comment section. You know, somebody that I missed. Let me know. Just drop it down. Who signed where. Give me your thoughts on each of these guys that we brought up. I think they're all going to make impacts, obviously, but there's definitely a few. It's like, oh wow, did not anticipate him going with that team, right? So let me know in the comments. But as always, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace.